He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is kind of one of my year-end reviews of things that happened this year. These are just moments that I thought were top moments for one reason or the other. I'm going to have a whole other video for like things I want to leave in 2018. So I'm doing two different kind of lists. So much happened this year. You know, feel free to put in the comment section if you think I left something out or what you thought a big moment in pop culture or whatever was going on this year. But these are the moments that I could remember that I kind of wanted to talk about. Okay, but first thing first, if you have not done so already, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel and become a Jaybird. Okay, every day, all day, Jaybird for life. Do not forget to also like and comment and share this video, and to also hit that notification bell to let you know when I have a new video up and playing. Okay, you can also follow me on IG. My IG be popping. Okay, I'm always posting stuff on my IG, and you'll see the name down there, J_Lees_Corner on IG. So, the first moment for me that stood out this year was Beyonce at Coachella. I mean, it was fucking amazing, you know what I'm saying? I think people forgot Beyonce was supposed to perform at Coachella the year before, but she got pregnant with the twins and had to but she had to reschedule to do it this year. And Mama did not come to play. Okay, she came to slay. Absolutely. With the whole, you know what I'm saying, HBCU theme to it, you know what I'm saying, all the wonderful, wonderful outfits and colors, the band, it was an amazing performance. I feel like Beyonce has performed so much. I think she felt like I'm gonna have to do something a little bit different. Still give them a great show, but still something a little bit different. And she gave us everything we didn't know that we needed and everything that we wanted. And it was on late, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning on YouTube. Like, it was just so late, but we was all up jamming. So it was also a mini Destiny Child reunion. You know, we had not seen Kelly and Michelle with Beyonce in so long. Just to see them all on stage together was also amazing, and all that good stuff. So, you know, I would say for me, this is one of the top moments of 2018. Because, you know, Beyonce's done a lot of performances, but, you know, I just felt like this one, you know, even, you know what I'm saying, the OT Genesis song, I've been getting to the money. Everybody, man, I didn't even really know that song until she did it, and then the dance was a whole thing. So this was a major moment of 2018. Okay, we also have Cardi B's album, Invasion of Privacy, was fucking amazing. I listened to it if not every day, a few times a week. So I'm still listening to it. I like every song on there. I don't think there's any song that I skipped through. I think people was counting Cardi B out simply because she was a stripper, and then she was like on, you know, an IG star. Then she was on Love and Hip Hop for a season, like 2 seasons, I think it was. And even when Cardi B said she was going to leave Love and Hip Hop to pursue her music, I think even I said, I don't think that's smart. I don't think she should do that. Like, I doubted that being a smart decision. But look at Mama now. She has a multi-platinum selling album. Each single went platinum. Sold out tours. Okay, it was just amazing. Not only was her album, well, I'm gonna focus on the album. This the album. Well, no, Cardi B as a whole, she had a great year. The album was just, you know, like step one on the thing. You know, her performing. We found out she was married. She had a baby. You know, she's going through a little separation from her husband right now. Her year was still amazing. She came out on top way more than the little issue she had that kind of could have, you know, took her down or whatever. People always fucking with her, asking her questions, and, you know, just been all up on business. We seen even just recently, I think it was like yesterday, she was on her way where was she at? I forgot where she was in the airport. A paparazzi was like, that's why your husband left you. And Patience, her publicist, had to go off. I will beat you the fuck up. And I like how Patience went on IG and see him saying, y'all should want a person, your friend, to have your back like that. I mean, it's true. It's really, really true. And Cardi even went on her own IG and said how people so bad want her to react to situations how other people does. But she said, I'm not going to do that because that's not me. You have so many other people who tell me they wish they could just have real reactions, but they can't. And Cardi can. So, I think Cardi had an amazing year. I think Cardi has made it. I've said it before. Cardi is a certified star. Okay, it's her time to shine. And it was amazing to see her just have such a great year. When she was pregnant, she announced it earlier in the year. People counted her out and say, you shouldn't have a baby. You popular right now. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. And she continues to do things her own way, and she keeps making it. Even the songs that she's like, giving us snippets of still sound great. See what I'm saying? Cardi B absolutely had a really, really great year. Some other people who had, something interesting this year. Drake and Kylie Jenner. Y'all like, what the fuck? Kylie and Drake, what they got in common? Kylie and Drake both had children this year who we found out about. Kylie was pregnant with her babies, Stormy, and even though we knew she was pregnant because we heard she was pregnant, it was never confirmed until she had the baby. There were like no photos of her pregnant. It was like one or two little shots, but you still could not see she was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It was a very, very, very well kept secret that wasn't a secret. It was just not confirmed. So yeah, she hid her pregnancy the whole time just for the safety of her child. She wanted to live in a positive moment and not have to deal with any scrutiny from her being pregnant by Travis Scott when people would say she was pregnant kind of quick. So she wanted to avoid all that bullshit and have a positive, peaceful pregnancy. And I can respect her a lot for wanting that for herself. I do think her having a baby has changed her. She doesn't seem as, she just seems like a mother. She does. She has changed, and that's a great thing. Drake also had a whole baby. Well, we heard rumblings of it, but it again was never confirmed to his beef with Pusha T, and Pusha T put it out there. But Drake also did not speak about his child for a couple of different reasons. One, because they didn't know he was a daddy for a minute. It had to be a whole DNA test because it was a stripper girl who it could have been a couple of different people. But even once he found out it was his baby, him and the girl, wasn't seeing eye to eye on this or on that. And plus, he wanted to show the son, as he said, from the world. People don't realize how people swoop in on certain moments. And I like how Drake at one point said, my son being born was not a public announcement that I wanted to share because that wasn't the moment to do it just yet. Again, him and old girl, was not seeing eye to eye. So I don't think it's a bad thing that he kept it private. And my thing is, just because you don't tell the world you have a child doesn't mean that you don't acknowledge your child. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. But I thought that was a big moment for them two to have, even not only them two, there were other people who kind of hid certain things. We know that Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, we found out once the baby was born that they had a whole surrogate. That was amazing. And Andy Cohen just recently announced he has a surrogate pregnant with his child. So he'll be a father pretty soon. He probably won't be a father until 2019. But Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade also had a welcome the baby that no one had any idea about. So that's a great thing to be able to privately have something growing because you're just nervous about what could happen with all the people just saying and doing things. So that was great. So next, who do we have? Oh, well, might as well do this one next. Drake, Kanye West, and Pusha T beef. The beef with Drake and Pusha T and Kanye West, the reason it was amazing was because it was like, wait, what? It's a Pusha T, coming out and doing his diss record was amazing. It really, really was. When he, said that Drake has a whole kid that he was hiding, even though Drake wasn't hiding a kid. But, them two going back and forth on wax or whatever, being beefed out because Pusha T had a diss line on his album. You know, I didn't like Pusha T's album. Other people did. I felt like Pusha T focused too much on that line and that one song that he did, and then it became all about the beef between him and Drake, not Drake, not Dre. Between him and Drake. So I feel like his momentum was more about let me talk about Drake. The momentum was, yeah, you know what I'm saying, if he want to say something back, I could say something back. I felt like, or that's what the media was putting forth. Kanye was coming to play because he allegedly was the one who told Pusha T about Drake's son, because Drake had let Kanye hear the song with him talking about his son. And so now Drake and Kanye don't get along. You know, in the aspect of they two rich ass people who beef for no goddamn reason. Or because Kanye West is a little bit crazy. You know, Kanye West even recently was on Twitter. You know, Drake follows my wife, but he don't. Me and him have beef, and it kind of worries me. I'm like, do you know how many people follow your wife that don't like her, that don't like you? Everyone who follows your wife is not a fan. Some of them just don't like her. That's the whole reason she got robbed in Paris, because people who did not like her or wanted to harm her was following her to figure out what she was doing. So my thing is, you should not be worried about Drake following her. You should be worried about other people, okay, who may really wish her harm, which they shouldn't, because that's not nice. But I'm looking like Kanye West a lot of times is worried about the wrong shit at the wrong times. But that's just what he do. So, you know, that whole thing is just kind of crazy time 3. But their whole beef thing, which is still kind of still going on, well, at least between Drake and Kanye right now. The beef between Pusha T and Drake kind of has died down, even though when Pusha T was recently in Canada and did a show, he was like booed. They threw like drinks at him. Somebody rushed the stage. It was crazy. Kanye West was then on on Twitter saying, oh yeah, Drake paid, you know, somebody to rush the stage, and the person he paid to rush the stage got beat up really bad, and Kanye, you know, bought up the seats in the front row to hate on. Just a whole bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. I'm like, I think there's enough people who like Drake or who don't like Pusha who would go on their own accord. I'm like, Kanye just, you know, it's just crazy. So, like, just the whole beef between these three was a big moment in 2018, and I wish it would go away. I really do. But, you know what I'm saying? We shall see. Next up. I didn't want to discuss it, but I will. Nicki Minaj and Cardi B's beef. This beef was, I don't even feel like it was just in 2018. I think it's been brewing for a while. I think it got worse in 2018 with them getting into the whole the fight. I get the disagreements. Okay, the throwing of the shoe situation at on Fashion Week. Nicki, in my opinion, has fallen from the top spot, and she don't like that, you know. So she has been consistently doing things to get attention, when I feel like, you know, even though Cardi is like the top person right now, popularity wise, even though people think that she has a better album this year, Nicki's still a legend, and I feel like she embarrasses herself by not acknowledging that, and by really trying to make it seem as if it's Cardi's issue, it's Cardi's problem. I said before, you know what I'm saying, Nicki is the bear poker. She poke bears, and then act like she ain't got no finger that she's been poking with. And Cardi is just not the one to play with. I think Cardi is young enough and rowdy enough to where she like, bitch, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I feel like over the years, Nicki has done the same thing to other people who have just not participated and not fought back. And Cardi's the first person who fought back, so Nicki don't know what to do with herself. You know, them fighting at the Fashion Week, it was crazy. It was, you know, Cardi coming out with a lump on her head, but the lump was clearly not from a fight. There was actually no fight. It was just her being held back by security and all the other stuff. We saw the footage, you know, Nicki going on her radio show and saying how, yes, footage of Ra, you know, beating her up, lying through her teeth, okay, lying through her teeth, her nose, her eyeballs, her lips, lying. Everybody know for a fact if Cardi B got beat up by Rah Digga security, not Rah Digga, Rah Ali security, she would have been way more lumped up and beaten up and bloody than, just looking a mess, than having one knot on her head, which is look like, it's when your head hits something hard. It's not, no one punches you like that and you get a knot. It's usually because your head hits something real quick. But it would have been, Nikki be lying. Nikki be lying. And I feel like she's doing that for attention. And I think she needs to focus more on her music. I did not like the Queen album. There was a couple of good songs on there, yes, but I did not like it. I feel like Nikki was gone for so long. The album could have been better. But you know what I'm saying? This wasn't her year. Okay, a lot of things happened that just made this not be her year. Her and Meek Mill, this situation with him getting out of prison or being in, that's all. Her and Meek Mill thing with the judge was kind of crazy. Her and her brother being arrested for child molestation is kind of crazy. Even now, it's things that has happened to her that I feel like has shook her a little bit, and I don't think she was used to someone being on her level. Okay, and being on Nicki Minaj's level does not mean you have been rapping for as long as she has. But what it means is this year Cardi and Nicki were on the same level. And actually, Cardi was above you because she was just better this year. And it's like no tea, no shade. It's just all truth. So their beef was kind of crazy. I'm happy that they have not really been beefing recently. It died down when Nicki said what she said on the radio, and Cardi popped back on IG and said, "Girl, the fuck about," you know what I'm saying? This, and this. We're gonna dead the beef, or we're gonna fight. Which one you want to do? And he came back and said, it's over and done with. I'm gonna leave it alone. And Cardi agreed, and it's been a truce ever since. There's probably some little shots here and there, but nothing that's like, starting the whole beef back up. So them two, like, really going at each other, like literally, like, bitch, what? Going back and forth was a huge moment of 2018, and let's leave that shit to where it is. The next thing, my face maybe cut off a little bit. Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams passing out on television, but also she has been having different issues lately. She, on her show, they have been saying that they're insinuating that she is on some kind of drug. She's overworked. Her health is not the best. The whole husband situation, how you supposed to have a mistress, how the Daily Mail did a year-long probe and had pictures and evidence of her husband, Kevin Hunter, like cheating on her with this girl who lives down the street who has a house in his name. So Wendy Williams has had a crazy, 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 crazy year. She called Nick Cannon's third baby a oops baby. It's just different things that has happened this year for her. But I'm like, her name has been on a lot of mouths and a lot of blogs this year, for the better or for worse. So we're going to hope that she gets better in 2019. B. Scott was saying how, her show may not be extended out past 2020 because that's the contract that she has right now, because her health may be failing. But I feel like Wendy has been on TV long enough, and she's already said she don't want to do it for like 20, 30 years. I think she's already been on at least 10 years. She said she's been on for at least 10, so I don't think it's so far-fetched that her show may not come back after 2020. She may be done after that. And plus, if she is sick with Graves' disease and it's getting her sicker, she may not want to keep doing it after that. She has not been walking around a lot on the show. She comes out, she's sitting down. So a lot has happened for Wendy this year. But we're going to wish her the best for next year. But we shall see. What else do we have? Oh, yes, 3 whole things. Okay, we have the Black Panther. Okay, the movie Black Panther was freaking amazing. Okay, it came out in February, Black History Month. We have been waiting for Black Panther since like 2016. Like, I remember when they first announced that Chadwick Boseman was going to be playing Black Panther, how he would have like a little cameo in the first, or like in an Avengers movie. And then he would get his own standalone film. How it was announced that Michael B. Jordan would be playing the villain. And the movie just kind of built and built and built and built and built. And when it finally came out, it did not disappoint. The movies, the graphics, the acting, the pride of being a black person. Like the movie, which people kept saying, it's just a movie. It's not even really, what I'm saying? It was a great movie. Our Boot and Baka, okay, Winston Duke, okay, we got Michael B. Jordan as, wow, I forgot his name that quick, in the movie. Killmonger. I'm like, girl, what's wrong with you? Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. And not to forget the ladies of the movie. Okay, Denai was in the movie. Lupita was in the movie. I cannot remember the name of Chadwick's sister. I can't pronounce it either. But she was in the movie too. She was also, I think, in one of the Star Wars movies, you know, as a Bassett was in the movie Forrest Whitaker. It was such a great movie, okay? The M'Baka, okay? M'Baka. Did not know the lovely sexiness of Winston Duke, who y'all know I love to death now because he's so handsome. But the movie as a whole was just amazing, and I'm like, I don't know what else to say about it. You know, if you have not seen Black Panther for whatever reason, whatever rock you've been hiding up under, please come from up under that rock and go watch Black Panther. Okay, you can watch it on DVD, on TV, it's everywhere. Okay, you can see it in many, many places. But you know, it was a great movie, and I don't know what, you know, how else to put it. Okay, we can't wait for part 2, which we know has not even begun production. It probably won't come out until like 2023. I hope it ain't that long. I hope it's like by like 2020. Let's hope it's like 2020, because we know Avengers, the second part, comes out in April. And so we know that at least Michael B. Jordan won't be in there, but M'Baka and Chadwick should. So, but yeah, it was just amazing. Okay, just absolutely amazing. Okay, and next we have Kanan dies on Power. Okay, I was so happy. Okay, when Kanan ass died on Power, we have been waiting and waiting and waiting. I mean, some people love Kanan's character, and I know all shows need that asshole villain type person, but he was just wearing out his welcome. I mean, like, I was over it, okay? He overstayed his welcome, just like Holly ass did. He was happy when Holly died, and I was happy when Kanan ass died. He had it coming. He had it coming, baby, okay? Now, we know that Tariq and Tasha helped get Kanan killed or whatever. Mainly because, you know what I'm saying, Tariq ass knew Kanan ain't want to go back to prison. Okay, so like, you know what? If we get put in a certain situation, he gonna shoot his way out and he might just die. Whereas Tasha felt like, well, no, he gonna get pulled over. He'll get stopped to have, like, he kidnapped the whole kid and he'll go to jail. That ain't what happened, baby. He died, okay? He finally died, and I'm happy that Kanan died. Not 50 Cent, not the actor, the character. I was not a fan of 50 Cent being on the show because his antics outside of the show makes me hate him, and it was interfering with my thought process of the show. So yeah, Kanan dying on Power was definitely a moment for me for 2018 that I loved, and I had to mention it. I can't wait for the new season of Power to come on. There's also going to be like a prequel and all this stuff, so they have spin-offs of the show coming, so I'm ready to see that. Another great moment for 2018 for me, the TV show Pose. Okay, Pose was a new show showing the life of the ballroom back in the 80s with gay and trans people back when the AIDS epidemic was taking over. The Pose was everything that I never knew I didn't know and that I wish I knew. Like, it was just a great piece of history, and it was great acting. The scenes were great. The stories were great. You know, it made you feel something. I don't think anybody realized how much this show was needed until we had it. And I was kind of weary about reviewing it for season 1 because so many great shows that come on only get one season, and sometimes I'm like, I don't really want to be giving my all into reviewing the show. Like, I'll watch the show, but I don't want to review shows that like only get one season. And I was so happy that Pose was renewed for season 2. I believe it's also produced by Ryan Murphy. Is his name Ryan Murphy? It's the guy who do all the shows on Fox. He does great shows. So Pose was absolutely a top thing for 2018. If you have not watched it, I'm pretty sure Pose is on demand. I have Comcast. I'm pretty sure it's on demand. You can find it somewhere. Again, it's Pose. Is it on TNT or TBS? I forgot the. I even got the. It's on TV. Just look at the POSE. And it was a great show. And it's not just a well, all the characters are trans, um, and or gay. So, it's the first full cast of trans people. So that's also great. But you don't watch it and you'll love it. I'll say that. Just watch the show and you will love the show like I did. So that was also a great, great moment for 2018. Next for me, these two people getting out of prison. Okay. Ray Caruth and OJ Simpson. Ray Caruth and OJ both got out of prison this year. They both had been in prison for years for different things, even though they both are thought to be responsible for the same crime. Now, Ray Caruth had been in jail for a while, because he helped facilitate or orchestrate and follow through with the shooting and murder of his pregnant girlfriend, because he didn't want to pay child support. He didn't want a kid. And so instead of using condoms and not getting already pregnant, when he got his girlfriend pregnant, he arranged to have her shot. Okay, and she ended up dying. The child was born, the son who looks exactly like Ray Caruth, but who also now has, I believe he has cerebral palsy, because he was without oxygen for so long because his mama was pregnant and shot with him. And it was a crazy situation. And I remember watching his trial. I remember him being sentenced to jail. So him getting out, because he had someone murdered. Like, no tea, no shade. Like, all truth, he had someone murdered. And he got out this year. Now, OJ, on the other hand, also got out of prison. Now, people all believe he is responsible for the murder of Nicole Brown Simpson and also Ron Goldman. However, he was in prison for like robbery because he took back some of his own things, and he got like 8-9 years in prison. A lot of people feel like that was also his comeuppance, his karma for getting off for the murder of Nicole Brown and Ron Goldman. So both of these people got out this year. The weird thing, not the weird thing, but the kind of, weird thing for me is they both got out this year. They both had high level trials and a lot of notoriety from when it happened. Like Ray Caruth, at the time when it happened, he was like hiding in a trunk and had somebody drive him across country to try to. It was some crazy foolish bullshit. We know OJ had the famous Bronco chase with the whole thing. So it's just different things about both of these people where their stories were like always on the news at the time it happened. When OJ got out of jail, I remember like seeing him on social media, seeing him out and about on camera here and there with paparazzi talking to him here and there. With Ray Caruth, we seen him the day he got out. I ain't seen or heard from that man since. Where he at? Did he get his head? First of all, his head shape has always been really, really funny. It's a cone head. He's definitely a cone head. The movie from the cone head is what it reminds me of. But yeah, I haven't heard anything about Ray Caruth, like he hasn't been in the news at all. He got out and went back below and just hid out or whatever. We know that he was saying that he wanted to see his son, but I'm like, and he wanted to be in his son's life. But I'm looking like, you killed his mama and was basically the reason that he has, all these issues that he's living with now. And, it's just some, but they both got out this year. So I think, murderers getting out. Also something else, we have Bill Cosby. So Bill Cosby went to jail. Okay. He was found guilty. Was it sexual? You know what it was. It was all over the news. Bill Cosby this year, he went from being this respectable person, and it came out that he had just been spiking pudding pops for years. I mean, he out here popping coochies and people didn't know it for years. And so many women came forward, and it was the whole Me Too movement happened with him. Now, a lot of people were kind of upset or felt some kind of way because Bill Cosby is one of the only Me Too accuser. He's not an accuser. He's I can't think because it's 1:30 in the morning. The first Me Too person who did some shit. I can't think of the name, but you know what I mean. The first, attacker. Bam. To go to jail. And there were other people who were accused of things before him. There were people who were accused of rape before Bill and who has not been sentenced. So even when he got his jail time, it was still I can't believe, they're trying to do that because it's the black, all that things. But Bill Cosby being who he was, the whole Bill Cosby show, the way he has mattered to so many black families over the years. My thing is, I never wanted Bill Cosby, the man, to be confused with the Cosby Show and the character he played at that time. I feel like the Cosby Show was such a positive look at black families. So it's so fucked up that, in one way or another, that time and place is ruined because of him and his horrible, horrible ways. Like, and my thing is, I don't think all the ladies who said stuff is all the way true, but enough of them are true that we know that I won't say a horrible person, but he has a problem. Um, and he's in prison now. And I know they're trying to get him out. He's trying to get an appeal and all that stuff. But Bill, sit your ass down somewhere. You did enough to where you're getting your just due. And I mean, at some point, you have to know that you did something wrong, and it's what needs to happen. So yeah. Next up, we have Aretha Franklin and her. Aretha was on a funeral tour. Okay, here in Detroit. I mean, she was at her dad's church, New Bethel. She was at the African American Museum. She was also at Greater Grace Temple. It was outfit changes, casket changes, shoe changes. Did they change her stockings too? I just feel like it was a tour. Okay, and then the funeral, the final, because at the African American Museum, that was like a viewing. Okay, that was a viewing for everyone to come here, near and far, to pay their respects to the Queen of Soul. Okay, we had that. There was also a service at her father's church, New Bethel. My Aunt Willie, who also passed away years ago, Aunt Willie was a member of New Bethel, and I've been to New Bethel many times over my years because, I was raised on Linwood. It was at New Bethel. Then they had the major service at Greater Grace Temple because it's a very, very large church, and they expected a very, very large crowd. Okay, it was also open to 2,000 people of the public. It was, attended by so many people. It was so many people, and it was also like 9 hours long. It was all day. Okay, all day, and people felt two different kind of ways about it. One, she deserved to go out in the utmost respectful way, and she deserved all the praise and accolades that she received on the service. But it was long. It was an all-day funeral, and coming from me, if it was I felt like that should have been like a memorial thing, not a funeral where her family is sitting there front row for hours and hours and hours. So it was long. Okay, it was so many people speaking. It was so many singers. Okay, it was just so Ariana Grande got fucked up by the by the pastor a little bit. Her skirt was a little bit short. That was all on the news. Fantasia taking her shoes off. That was all on the news. You know what I'm saying? It was just a lot that happened with that funeral. Or the 100, pink Cadillacs outside, had all the streets blocked off, with no parking spaces. It was a long day. Okay, and I'm like, that funeral tour for Miss Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, was a lot to do with 2018. I think we were all shocked when she passed away, but she had a whole funeral tour. Okay, and yeah, it was a lot. It was a whole lot, and I was like, girl, what are we gonna do? I'm going to do. I don't have pictures of this. On the channel, Oprah's own network had changed so much. Wait, let me see. Because I didn't have pictures, but I put up the website because it was the show programming. So the OWN network, I remember when the network first came out, and she said that she wanted to have these good quality shows. And at first, I didn't like the OWN network. It was like weird stuff. I'm like, I don't like that shit. She had a couple of ratchet reality. I think she had Evelyn Lozada on there for a minute. I don't like that so much. But now the programming of the OWN network in 2018 is amazing. Okay, we have Greenleaf, Ayala Fix My Life, which is a great show. The Have and the Have Nots is a great show. Queen Sugar is a great show. You know, you had Oprah's Masterclass, you know what I'm saying, The Book of John Gray, If Loving You Was Wrong, I don't know where Loving You Was Wrong went. It also had old shows come back on. 227, Benson, was two great shows too. I also, you know, Love Is was a great show. I'm so sad that it only had one season, unfortunately, because it was canceled because Akeem's ass, not Akeem, Akil, you know, Mariah Brock and Akil, because of his allegations about something. So, you know, Love Is was canceled. The new show, Ready to Love, I didn't watch all of it, but I heard it was a really good show. But the programming, they're also going to have a couple new shows coming for 2019. I think that's going to be amazing. The new shows coming on. And so I just like the programming of the show. It was just amazing. Amazing. I don't feel like putting up pictures for the rest of this stuff. So I'm going to just talk about it. We also have Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore came back and was still popular. I'm like, how the hell? What? Like, wait, what? Like, came back, new seasons, different locations, like, and they still got great ratings. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like, we got Georgia Shore came back, but I can't get a goddamn a new season or season finale for Moesha. I can't find out who they'll kidnap Miles. I can't find out that. Okay, we can't do that. I can't get me a real season finale or series finale of Girlfriends. Okay, you can't bring Girlfriends back. You can't do that. Make me mad. You know what I'm saying? We can't get a Family Matters reboot. Okay, can we get back Family Matters? No. Okay, I mean, it could be a whole Laura and Steve can be married with kids and it could be their family mattering. Okay, if Full House can come back with DJ, Kimmy Gibbler, and Stephanie and the twins, not the twins, but you know what I'm saying, Michelle Aston that no more because the Oates twins don't want to be on there. Why can't we get a Family Matters reboot? Why can't we do that? Okay, can we do that, please? Roseanne came back and had to get canceled and got re-brought back as the Connors because she was a racist ass person out here in these racist ass streets being a racist. Okay. Murphy Brown came back. I love Murphy Brown. I watch it. It's on my DVR. I watch it every day. Not every day, but every weekend it comes on. Will and Grace came back. I do watch that on demand. I don't have... What? Oh, wait. I do have my DVR set to take Will and Grace. I think it's a great comeback. So a lot of shows came back, but I want more black shows to come back. You know what I'm saying? Again, Family Matters can come back. I know they will never do another Fresh Prince because Uncle Phil has passed away. But I feel Different World. Oh, no, can't do a Different World because grown is just like a different world. But still, can I get a Moesha, Girlfriends, The Game? Can Mel and Durban come back now? Please? No? Okay. Anyway, so, you know, the shows coming back is just, you know, was a big thing for 2018. Just new shows coming back. Monique wanted everybody to boycott Netflix, okay? Because they only want to pay her $250,000, okay, for a special. When she wanted $20 million. Now, she was puffing and moaning all year. I still haven't seen a Monique special. I know she's doing... I think it's a residency. Something was just announced recently she's doing. So I'm happy her year started off crazy, but ended on a positive note. But her and I Love You For Real. And I'm like, girl, we're not going to boycott. Leave it be. Okay? So, you know, that is what it is. But yeah, she had, you know, that was the whole thing for a while. Like, it was drug on from her going on different interviews, her having podcasts, her getting beefed out with him, her and everything in between. It was a whole bunch going on earlier this year, and it all died down. I think she realized what she was doing was alienating her more than it was helping her. Not that her reasoning for complaining was bad. It was the way she was going about things was kind of run people the wrong way. And I think she's talented, so I'm happy. I think her husband was kind of leading her straight too. But I'm happy that she is, you know, getting her comeuppance and she's going to be doing her own. Was it a residency? It was something. I saw it. And I think I talked about it. But I can't think of what it is right now because it's too late. Remy Ma finally had a baby. Okay. She and Papoose had been wanting a kid since she got out of prison. And it had not been happening. We know that she had a miscarriage. Was it last year? I think it was last year. And then this year she was pregnant and she just recently welcomed her daughter, the golden child. So that is absolutely amazing. We know Kenya Moore also had a baby. So Baby Booms of 2018 was popping, popping, popping. Kenya Moore, Portia's having a baby. You know, Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade just had their baby. So many baby booming things of people who wanted kids and, you know, just wanted to have healthy babies, and they did. You know, we're happy that, you know, Kenya Moore had a healthy baby because she had a troubled pregnancy. And again, we remind us well too. You know, Cardi B had her baby. It was just an amazing year for people having babies. But, you know, bring my kudos to her. Meek Mill. Meek Mill came back and like, whoa, okay. Meek Mill was in prison. He was just, it was bad. It was all bad beef with the judge. The judge kept trying to hold him down for real. Like, did not want him to get out. And we had so many people advocating for him to get out. But no one's advocating for Tekashi down to get out. But okay, I don't care about, but I just think, you know, it kind of shows how things go. But he got out. And he's been a prison advocate ever since. He performed at the BET Awards? I think he did it. It was him and Miguel, and he did a whole great kind of like little PSA moment type song. That was great. But, you know, him getting out and getting back on his feet and, you know, being a different person and kind of being that advocate to make sure that people are not in prison just for no reason or getting these fucked up deals or just kind of getting washed up under the seat of the justice system and being another, you know, being another statistic in prison. So that was great. And last but not least, Nicki Minaj falling from grace. I said I was going to talk about her a little bit later. Nicki had a bad year. Okay, and no one can deny that. Yes, her album Queen came out. And, you know, people liked it, but some people did not. She did not get any Grammy nominations. I know she's announced she's going to be doing a voice in the Angry Birds movie, but I think that within itself, the title alone kind of feels weird. But Nicki kind of failed just because she wasn't number one anymore. And again, Nicki not being number one does not mean that she isn't, you know, a legend, but she didn't have a good year. And I wish her the best. But the next year she got her whole new boyfriend, but his allegations of how he was in prison a couple times, one for rape for some girl he was dating a little bit or whatever, another charge for murder. Now this man got her name tattooed on his neck. You know, her anecdotes is a whole bunch with that. But, you know, she didn't have a good year, but we are happy that she's ending the year in as she wants us to believe, a very happy relationship. I hope she's working on new music, and stuff. So, yeah, that's all I have. Okay, so those are the moments of this year that I thought about as I was making out my list. Okay, again, y'all can put your own stuff in the comment section below, and we shall see. So, other than that, y'all, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Happy New Year. Peace.
He's like love, and you.